look at the card. So they have to basically go through Sarah Station thinking about it.
Yeah, definitely. You excited to see the race tonight?
I am. This is the obvious choice when you look at the categories for this week. We had low percent ice, any percent, and triple bingo. And if you veto bingo, you are a bad person.
Objectively, of course.
Objectively bad person.
Nice. So yeah, I'm just taking my first looks at the card here too as they go through Series Station. It doesn't look as bad as the last one that I watched. That's something.
Yeah, a little bit. Things that are a little bit different than double anti-bingo is, I think in double anti-bingo, you definitely want to avoid mixing up Norfair and, or at least lower Norfair and Meridia, but sometimes in triple bingo, you don't really have a choice.
Yep. Yeah. And I do see that fully explore wreck ship tile, which I was told by the winner of one of the bingo races, you never want to do that tile. So I'm already crossing off column 3 and row 2.
Yeah, row 2 is pretty gross. Giving charge
Yeah.
beam for one thing, the wreck ship, which no one wants to do. Collecting all 15 Norfair power bombs. Those power bombs, 2 of them are in lower Norfair, and
Yep.
if you want to avoid going down there, you don't want to do that tile.
Well, one of them is past. Oh, I guess you don't have to beat Ridley, but you're down there. Like, yeah, one of them's real late in the basically second to last room in Lower Norfair.
Yeah, it's quite a bit out of the way. Whether you beat Ridley or not, there is a tile with Ridley on it. I think that's the only one.
Yeah, and there is Plasma Beam too, which that's like beat Dragon. So, like you were talking about with the pick one or the other. You could have Ridley, you could have Dragon. Probably don't want to do both.
Exactly.
There's a lot of collect tiles on the right hand side. That row looks, or that column looks a little collect heavy there.
Yeah, all of column 5 is just collection.
Yeah, this is
The
this
11 minus X tanks can take a long time, but
yeah. You know, I don't mind the diagonals on this one actually. You know, it's still a lot of collection, but not overly that much. And takes you to Meridia, not Lower Norfair. Both of the diagonals you could probably, pair them up with something else.
yeah, actually, the only thing that I wouldn't like about doing both the diagonals is the Criteria Super Missile. But honestly, I think, like, at first glance, the 2 diagonals and row 5 actually isn't bad.
Collect 25 criteria or 40 Brinstar. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to collect...
Row 5.
Row 5? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Plasma...
The diagonals
Plasma
and row 5.
Charge, X-ray. Yeah, that's for diagonals in row 5 is not bad. Doesn't take you to Norfair, really. I mean, the 8 E-tanks is a lot, but everything else is kind of, reasonable, I feel like.
Yeah. And if you can get that swaggy diagonal Shine Spark in the Criteria Super Missile, you can knock off your finish in a Shine Spark and Criteria Super Missile at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, I think so. I don't make the rules though. I would guess that. Yeah, I don't see. I'm probably wrong, but I don't see any map stations on this. which
The
is
middle,
always a free. Oh, right in the middle, of
in the
course.
free space.
Maniacal That's what I did in my own bingo match. Didn't see that map station there. I have a complete blind spot for that tile.
Yeah. You know, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about row one a little bit too now, because you're already getting 8 plus E tanks if you're doing the diagonals, and you're already getting plasma beam, which means you're getting space jump after Dragon. So
Yeah.
the only thing you would add would be the 25 Brinstar power bombs, which is not great, but I mean that whole row is basically duplicated by the diagonals.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's not a
Hmm.
bad row either.
Yeah.
Because either way, probably to get your 8 plus E tanks or to get your 25 Brinstar power bombs, you're going back to Brinstar, doing a double
Yeah.
loop. So.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Okay, I know I should know, but I am having a complete like brain fart, and I cannot think where the criteria super missile is.
That is the one in the climb. In the climb shaft.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Where you need speed booster afterwards. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, or if
yeah,
you're
maybe.
not good, speed booster and ice beam.
Yeah, yeah. Speed booster, ice beam, all the good stuff.
Ooh, and Glaucia Sousa activating the map station. He's my hero. I hope he's watching. That's my I want the tile to be activate rather than just pop in the room. And Glaucia Sousa, I'm not rooting for him. I know I'm not supposed to or whatever, but
Oh, okay.
let's go, man.
I'll root for Maniacal then.
Okay.
Hayden.
Actually didn't see. Did he activate it or no? You
No, he
guys no.
didn't.
Ah.
Yeah, I think the new tiles that I don't know when we'll be working with those exclusively, but the new tiles I think say activate. But we're sticking with the old tiles for now.
Yeah. That's a change I want. I know a lot of racers don't, but Glaucius is good on you, man. I like it. Yeah, I mean, now they're getting into the meat of it here in Brinstar, so we might be able to tell a little more about what they might be thinking, depending on what they pick up here. Let's see what Maniacal goes for.
Yeah, it looks like Glopsio actually went back for the Brinstar E-Tank in the ceiling. So he might be looking to collect some E-Tanks. Get
yeah, I
that
mean,
out of the way.
yeah, definitely. And I mean, there's a lot of E-Tank spots on the card, so I mean, you could be doing any number of rows and columns. There's 3 E-Tank spots. So Maniacal did pick up extra missiles, but did not go for the reserve or the missiles in the back of the reserve.
Very telling.
Yeah, so not do anything with column or row 1. Column 5 or row 1, I imagine. But probably doing something with the collection, which there are a lot of those tiles on there.
Yeah, it could be going for a diagonal, like we said. 60 missiles, it could kind of sound like a lot, and you might sound like going to that other room and picking up those 2 missiles that are right there would be nice, but you run into so many missiles on the way in this game that, you know, maybe you don't want that extra door transition slowing you down.
He's running into one right here without a door transition.
Yep.
And I mean, there's moat, there's wave, that charge he ran into. I mean, he's already, that's 20 right there, and already had 10 from earlier. So yeah.
Well, he did. I think unless he's super fast, he did skip the charge beam.
Oh,
so
yeah, you're right.
He gets to keep that tile. It's not very common that runners get to keep that tile lit up.
Yeah, I wouldn't have actually expected that. I would have. That tile. I feel like that tile really sucks.
I can. Mostly if you're gonna go to Ridley. Otherwise, you're
Yeah.
pretty okay.
I guess with all of the ammo collection tiles, it makes a little bit more sense to pick up a skip charge beam tile because you'll have so many supers and missiles and stuff. So I guess I get it now.
Yep.
I don't really
Yes.
get picking up Spazer though if you're not gonna have charge.
I mean, it's a tile. It's pretty easy one, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, maybe he's, since I'm on Team Maniacal and you're on Team Glacio, he's taking my advice and doing the diagonals and row 5.
Row 5. Yeah. Well, and Gaussio did pick up the reserve, so he could still be on the diagonals. So yeah, if Maniacal does skip charge beam and is, for example, doing like column 1, that's
Oh, yeah.
E-tanks, the collection, and then if he's doing row 5 with Spazer, yeah, there aren't any terrible tiles in there. I could see that.
Yeah, row 5, and maybe bottom left to top right. Column 1, row 5, bottom left to top right. Doesn't sound too bad.
Bottom left to top right. X-ray, map station, shine spark. He did not pick up the reserves though.
Oh yeah, that is true.
So, but I guess he could still do the other diagonal since he'll be getting E-tanks as part of row or column 1, and just loop in defeat bot wound. Since plasma beam is on the corner, he'll be going there anyways.
Maybe he just forgot. It's always a possibility.
Yeah, true.
Actually picking up the Sportsman supers.
Yeah.
He's at 10 now. Kind of seems like Glacio doesn't intend on backtracking to Brinstar, but we'll see. Yeah, overall not a terrible card for our runners. Kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
Glacio does pick up the charge beam, so he does not get to keep that tile.
Oh yeah, oh no, I guess you could still do that. Okay, never mind. So top left, bottom right with column 4.
Glacio's being silly, trying to find a pipe missile. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But in any case, yeah, I mean, Dalcio definitely on the collecting extra supers that, probably normally wouldn't, things like that. So I'm definitely looking at a collect super tile, which the only one is that top left tile, right?
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think all branches off that top left tile aren't so bad.
Yeah.
The worst probably being the diagonal.
Yeah. So probably, I'm thinking that neither of our runners here is gonna do anything to go down to Lower Norfair, though, right? From what they've done so far, it looks like probably a Meridia run, more likely.
Yeah, I would think so. I don't know. I don't think we want to go down to Ridley with this card. There's not a whole lot that involves Lower Norfair. It seems like there's more that involve Meridia.
Yeah, plasma, bot wound, space jump. Yeah.
That would get rid of row 4 and column 3, and also row 2 and column 5.
Yeah. Wow, and Maniacal actually picking up missiles here in Coliseum too. Avoiding those drawer transitions, like you said, makes a lot of sense. I always forget about that spot, as many people do.
He is anti-door transition.
Yep. An anti-reserve tank, too.
Seems so.
Even though he's going to pass right by 2 reserve tanks, deciding to go with other tiles on that.
He must have, if he didn't, provided he didn't forget, he must have decided pretty quickly what he was going to do.
Yeah.
Because you could theoretically, it's quick enough to grab that reserve just in case if you're not really sure what you're going to do yet.
Yeah, I see a lot of that in the early game bingos. And honestly, I almost think Klausy is a little bit on that route where he's been picking up a lot of early game soup, like the backdoor spore spawn supers. You know, you're probably gonna end up at wreck ship at some point, anyways, and you might not need those backdoor, spore spawn ones or the blue Bryn Star on the first, trip down, that kind of stuff. But we'll see. I still hope he wins.
All because of that map station.
Yeah. That's how you win with me. Simple things.
Alright, Capsio leaving Crave. As Maniacal gets his speed booster. We'll see if I don't see really any reason to pick up Wave. Don't think that's a tile. And doesn't have charge.
It actually is in row 5 if he's doing row 5. Maniacal needs to pick up Wave.
I see it there.
Yeah, because he didn't do charge beam, so now if Garcia forgets and picks up Wave and was intending to do that row, he'll be in trouble, but...
Big trouble.
Yeah. Maniacal, yep, he's going there for sure. So, yeah, that bottom row there.
Yeah, I'm thinking definitely that bottom row for Maniacal.
I'm also, unfortunately, feeling like Maniacal has, like you were saying, he's got the plan already, and I feel like he's got a little bit of a lead with some of the things he's chosen to skip, but still have enough pickups along the way. We'll see how it shakes out. He could still throw the game here, but
yeah, those 7 seconds can add up. 7 seconds plus a door transition can add up too.
Yeah. Yes, it can.
So that's a good part of Maniacal's perceived lead.
Yeah. And Claudio Sousa looks like he's on similar ammo collection and E-tanks, so not going to make anytime soon, skipping those items. So we'll see, though. We do get a croc fight, which I guess he's going for a grapple beam.
Yeah, could be if he's going for that bottommost top right. Or no, we don't want that. That's the opposite.
Yeah, I guess he could be going for like column 4.
Yeah.
If he collects grapple and skips charge. Wow, there's 3 skip charge beams on this tile.
Yeah,
or on this card.
This card doesn't like charge beam.
Yeah, but I guess if he does them all and does like column 1, row 5, and column 4, that's still pretty synergistic.
Yeah, that's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. He just has to swing by and grab an X-ray scope on the way.
Yeah.
No big deal.
So yeah, it avoids a lot of the extra collection then of like the diagonal has 8 E-tanks where he'll only have to really get those 7 because he's not doing the diagonal. So yeah, that could be pretty quick. And Gossio is going for the reserve. My man.
He'll get that tile right here then. Also, a couple more missiles he can grab. He should be at 60 pretty soon.
Yeah, he's getting pretty close. Hopefully, Gal is good at counting.
I trust Scallop.
Oh yes, sure. I'm not questioning him for sure.
Alright, and first power bomb's on the board. It's
Yeah,
another
there we
good
go.
reason to go to Croc.
Yeah. Yeah, Maniacal is going for grapple. Okay. I mean, it can also just make getting X-ray faster, I guess. Before you have space jump or anything. Um, so while he's already down here collecting those power bombs, takes a second to get grapple, I guess. You never know.
Yeah, that too. Definitely helpful. Makes. Yeah, he might have ended up getting that anyway if he was planning on getting X-ray, but
Yeah.
good news for him. All that skipping charge has really paid off as far as tiles go.
He did skip a missile without a door transition in that room.
Yep.
So I don't know if he's already up to 60 missiles. He's got quite a few, but um, I
At
don't
least
know if it's
40.
60 yet. Yeah.
Probably not quite, but 4 more missiles is nothing. In this game, at least. He can grab these Croc Escape missiles, so I'll put him at 45.
So what would you want to do on this card? Like if it, I mean, with your play style, what rows would you be looking at?
Well, if I was actually playing, I would have probably done what I said in the first place, because I very strongly feel like you should kind of go with your gut, go with kind of the first thing you see. If something jumps out at you that you could do better during the run, that's great, but a lot of times changing what you were intending to do can put you even farther behind than just doing what you intended to do. So I probably would have gone the diagonals and row 5.
Row 5? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like those are still fairly fast. I'm almost curious to see, like if Glassio's doing it that way, but um, how it compares up to Maniacal, who seems like is doing column 1, row 5. But yeah, I like the diagonals in row 5.
Yeah, and if Maniacal does column 4, that's a pretty good plan as well. Seems like that would be pretty quick.
Yeah, as far as this card goes, I think it's going to end up being fairly quick either way. Glacia heading up already. So not doing Croc or Grapple or anything down there, heading straight up to the wrecked ship.
Yeah.
But Maniacal hot on his tail and already having done all that. It's interesting.
Osteo probably gonna do some wreck ship fun, maybe get his gravity suit. We'll see. I'm still not sure about him, what he's intending on doing.
Oh, falls into the maw.
Much.
And Maniacal does collect X-Ray.
Very
Picking
nice.
up another tile.
Nice full HUD for Maniacal.
That too.
You don't win unless you get all of the items.
Calcio thinking about going in and getting some more power bombs.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let's see.
I mean, it's always good to have power bombs just in case, but I feel like a lot of runners run with just a pack of 5.
Yeah,
Is there
that's
a...
typical for any percent, unless he's decided he is gonna collect all 25 Brinstar Power Bombs.
Is that a tile? Am I missing
Yes.
it?
Column 2.
Oh, column 2, row 1. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, if he's doing that row 1 that I mentioned with the overlap on the E-tanks and the space jump, then yeah, I guess he does have to collect all those power bombs. I forgot. I mentioned it earlier and I already forgot.
Yeah, he did. Michael, going back for some Brinstar cleanup.
Yeah,
Another
don't...
waterway E-tank. Interesting.
Yeah, that has a door transitions pretty slow.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, Maniacal, what is this? But to be fair, the wave gate has 2 door transition
Okay.
and a gate glitch, for which he only has 3 supers right now, so maybe that made his decision to grab this one instead. Criteria Powerbomb for Glausio. That's a tile, I think. Yes, it is. Row 3.
Yeah, and he gets another tile. And Maniacal has Wave Beam actually, so he can get that E-tank if he wants. Looks like he's heading that way.
You are making a great point.
So yeah, he is gonna grab that E-tank with 2 door transitions.
Doing this with Wave is harder than doing it with Super. See? Don't at me. Look at, see? I'm telling you, it's harder with Wave than it is to do the glitch.
Way to curse your runner right there.
Sorry, Maniacal.
I'm good with it, but man. And Glausio getting a sweet charge, or a Shine Spark here, all the way over to Gauntlets. Which does have a good amount of missiles as well, so...
yeah.
I guess there's not a more missiles.
60.
Yeah. I mean, there is a 25 plus criteria missiles. If he's going more, he might be doing column 5.
There is.
I mean, it does have overlap with criteria missiles and Brinstar missiles, but I don't know about column 5. Oof. And Maniacal in for his cleanup of the blue Brinstar.
Yep.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I feel like Maniacal's route is a little clean right now, compared to back at Gauntlet and some of the collection that Glaucio's been doing.
Just trying to count here how many criteria missiles that would be for him. I guess just 2.
I think he picked up. Didn't he pick up Mother Brain missiles earlier? Or did I imagine that?
I don't know. I can't think of a time that he would have been able to. Because he wouldn't have had bombs.
Oh, okay. Because he went back at one point. Well, he's going back now for the supers. So, definitely.
Oh, going for that criteria super. Without Ice Beam, you are a madman, Glausio.
Oh, gets a deep
really
boost, but
close.
Yeah, but then he eats it on the last one there. And high 5 in the same room at the same time. But Maniacal cheating and freezing those guys. I don't know how I feel about that, man. You can't cheat against Glausio here.
Oh no, my runner is a big cheater.
Oh no, Glausio having a lot of trouble with it. Looking to reset the room.
that's gonna be really tough.
Yeah.
It's a little easier if you, actually, if you have space jump. You can space jump over those guys
Oh
while you've
yeah.
got a shine spark. But
Yeah.
yeah, that is an option too, to just kill them. But then, oh,
Oh,
that
look at
worked.
that.
Oh, that was so close. That was
Oh
sweet.
yeah, I wish that would have
Oh,
worked.
man. That's good creative thinking right there.
For sure. And it really almost worked. Dang. Um oh, he keeps falling that last
Yeah,
one. I don't
that
know what.
last one.
Yeah. And he gets the D boost
Yeah.
perfectly on the way back.
The way back is good. Yeah.
Oh man.
Like heck.
Maniacal really cleaning
There
up
we
the
go.
tiles. Oh, there we go. Good job, Glacio.
Nice. GG
Um,
Glacio.
yeah, Maniacal already having most of column 1 and row 5 done. We'll still need to dip Meridia to finish everything up, but he is getting really close to being finished and making this a super fast seed.
Yeah, indeed.
And I think all this collection has really hurt Glacio. I don't know if he was going for five or something, but um, he has been very slowed down by all this.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's intending on doing.
So Maniacal looking for those super missiles and the gravity suit, and then should be good to go to basically finish up his run. And I would guess that it would end with column 4, as column 4 will basically be done when he gets there. So
Glacio not headed towards the wrecked ship yet. The only way to get 25 criteria missiles, you have to go to the wrecked ship at some point.
for
At least to
Sky.
the moat and the ocean.
Oh yeah, there are some in the ocean. Okay.
I think you got the 2 in Gauntlet and the 230 missiles Mother Brain, which you said he might have gone back for. I didn't see that, so I don't know, but
Yeah, I mean maybe he didn't. We can ask Gala. For some reason I feel like I saw it once, but I was distracted. So
I think he is going for the 25 Brinstar power bombs now.
yeah, heading
Also,
down to Etikun's.
there's also another super missile and another E-tank, if he so chooses to get those.
Yeah.
E-tank will be nice. He's a little low on health.
And he will definitely be lighting up his corner tile, showing all of that ammo for that column 1, row 1 tile.
Very nice. Yeah, it looks like a definite row 1 then for Glacio.
Yeah, I'd say. Fantune not necessarily making it easy on Maniacal, but is down.
I think it would be good for Glacio too to go ahead and do the top left to bottom right. If that's not what he's already planning, but because there's energy tanks on the way in Meridia, and you have to kill Batoon if you're gonna get space jump.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, actually, Maniacal might have probably didn't need that waterway E tank that took so long, because he only needs 7, right? And he'll hit Bawoon E tank. That would have been faster.
Yeah, that's what he's going for.
Yeah, so just saying, could have avoided that door transition, that slow water.
darn door transitions.
No, Maniacal's running like a beast on this card. I feel like unfortunately, I'm not sure that there's anything Glacio can do at the moment to rein this back in, but
I think that's all of the power bombs for him. Unless he still needs the blueprint ones. Which he might.
yeah, I don't know that I saw him get those ones. Can't remember.
I don't know anymore.
In any case, Maniacal heading over to get Gravity Suit, and then should be just a quick dip to Meridia to finish this off.
Glacio didn't realize he didn't have Wave Beam. Except that you can. So that's 7 for Glacio as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So everybody all powered up with E-tanks. And yeah, I'm certainly glad I'm not racing Maniacal on this card, because I feel like my diagonals, well, probably would have been fine for me, would have been a lot slower than what he's doing.
Yeah, I think for me, Maniacal could do literally the slowest combination on the card and still beat me. So
Finish a Metal Pirate Room and fully explore
yeah.
Wreck Ship.
Yeah,
If this was double anti bingo, man, column 3, I'd be assigning that all day.
I was just gonna check here.
Interesting. Now that it's all lit up, Glacio actually has a bunch of column 1 done. I think accidentally, because he is skipping Charge Beam, or he didn't skip Charge Beam. I mean,
he skipped Charge Beam.
Yeah, thank you for correcting me. But yeah, that diagonal with column 1 and row 5 would have lined up well for him as well. He's got almost all of that done already.
Yeah. He's pretty close to getting that row 1 in the top left to bottom right. But then it's kind of a toss-up. He would still need to go grab that X-ray scope, and it looks like that Glaucio's last power bomb here.
Yeah. Galamal's lit it up. And yeah, so he still needs to collect that, and I mean, he still needs to collect the gravity suit in Wreck Ship. He's got a long way to go still.
That's true.
Whereas Maniacal's already been through the Wreck Ship and is basically just has to dip Meridia, and here he goes. Now, it is a long dip. I mean, he does have to go all the way to Plasma Beam, but so would Glacio. I think. Well, no, I guess he could stop it. No. He would need Plasma.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
See, I guess he's going to grab X-ray scope on his way back down.
Yeah. Maniacal picking up crab supers too. Didn't realize he's
his 20 supers.
Yeah, I didn't even realize he still needed some, but I guess he remembered.
As long as someone remembers. But yeah, I'm wondering maybe Glaucio didn't really know what he wanted to do, because I think maybe his first time through, he should have gone to the Wreck Ship.
Yeah. Well, it's always possible for runners to get, I think as you were saying, to get tripped up by the skip charge beam. Like, you pick it up and then realize later on, that whatever you were doing basically did that whole column, except now you can't.
Yeah. Well, now Maniacal has 25 supers. It
Yeah,
says
I
20,
mean,
but I swear it's 25.
yeah, I mean, always good to have
25
extra
max.
ammo.
Oh yeah, I guess he doesn't have charge, and he's going to
Yeah,
Batu.
yeah, and I mean, his missiles were a little low. Those don't take that much time, so I see it. Bob
Hitting
Woon can always
Batu
troll you.
with regular missiles is literally impossible. We all know that, so
Although it
nice.
doesn't look like he needed them at all.
Yeah. Alright, Glossio about to take on Fantoon. Maniacal getting his 8th E-Tank.
So Maniacal, when he gets Plasma Beam, he's going to... If he can get Plasma Beam with a Shine Spark or a Crystal Flash, he can quadruple bingo this card.
Yeah, he could.
I mean, seriously, he's done 4 bingos on this, or I mean, as near as makes no difference, 4 bingos on this card, and in just an impressive time. It's some good planning there. Or on the fly routing, or I don't know, whatever he does. Maybe he consulted the star charts or something.
Yeah. That's a good amount of synergy on this card. Not too bad of a card.
Yeah, definitely. Almost feel like I could have handled this one a little bit.
Even I could do this card.
Glacio does. Oh, good.
Oh, just a safe and tune down for Glacio. This Maniacal starts on Dragon. Yeah. Maniacal should be the true hero and get 3 more tanks so that he can, I don't know the word for 5, get 5 bingos.
Quinn, is it Quinn? Is that 5?
I think so.
Quintuple? Quintuple
bingo.
Quingo? Yes, it is definitely Quingo.
That's good. I like
No.
Well, see, bingo, if we're gonna go with that logic, bingo should require you to get 2 rows, not just 1. Because buy is 2.
True. That's why we
so
do
if we're
the...
doing triple bingo, you have to get 6 lines. And those are the new rules starting now.
Do you hear that, Maniacal?
Maniacal, you need 6 rows. 6 lines.
Let's go.
Glacio, 6 lines.
I almost feel like this card, he could probably do it. What, 1,
Yeah,
2,
he's pretty
3,
close.
4, 5. I mean, he could definitely do 5. Unfortunately, I feel like the 6th one... The 6th ones would be tough. No, it wouldn't. Never mind. Collect X energy tanks. Oh, he'd have to go back and get reserve. Yeah, the 6th one would be tough, but 5 he's got down. Well, I guess you picked the right one to back. Maniacal here, heading to Plasma, and the victory.
I do think that this is Glacio's first time doing bingo, so not bad at all, especially for your first time doing bingo.
Oh, definitely.
This triple bingo can be really hard. It's really hard to keep everything straight.
Yeah. Oh, look at him. Oh, he's gonna do the Shine Spark instead, too. Into play. Oh, okay. He gives up on it. Yes. Go do the Shine Spark. Stop being a noob.
Yeah, do it with the pirate right there.
There he
There you
goes.
go. GG Maniacal. He has finished in first place with a time of 44:33.
Yeah, and of course it was an amazing run. I mean, 44, nice quick bingo time, and he really manhandled this card. So definitely good race by him,
Yeah,
and
very well done.
definitely good on Glacio for lighting up all the rows. Because
Yeah, this
there,
is almost blackout card for these runners.
yeah, he left all the worst tiles. Fully explore wreck ship, finish a metal pirate, collected more E tanks, more power bombs, more missiles. Oh, I guess he didn't collect space jump when he finished Dragon, huh?
No, he didn't.
Oh,
How dare he?
seriously. I guess that would have been his sixth. Could that have been his sixth row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I guess row 1 could have been his sixth row. That would have been terrible.
Alright, Glacio, what's the plan? No x-ray for... well, maybe yes he is. He's gonna refill first. No, he's not. He's gonna
Remembering
open the
that.
door. Glacio, why are you messing with me?
Yeah, so where is he? He needs Meridia. And yeah, I mean, he pretty much just needs Meridia. He's close.
I think Maniacal's gonna join us for an interview.
Cool.
Hi Maniacal, GG.
Hey, thank you. GG.
Yeah, it really was a great race, and you handled that card very well.
I was really panicky. I didn't have good counts for a lot of my collection that I wanted. And so, like, I did some unnecessary stuff. It would have been much faster for me to do column 4. I was really split because, like, column 1, column 4, top left, bottom right, and row 5 all had insane overlap. And so I was thinking about skipping wave and charge, and then just not doing row 5, but or not wave, spazer and wave rather, because I did skip charge. I was thinking about skipping on row 5, but spazer's just right there, and I kept thinking that I misread the card, and so yeah, it was just.
Well, it certainly didn't appear that way. I would say. I would say it appeared like you knew what you were doing and got it done in a hurry.
Yeah, it did seem like you knew what you were doing the whole time.
I had a plan, almost. I guess by the time I got up to BT, I had routed it out, but I had 4 rows highlighted, and so I ended up kind of doing them all because I couldn't figure out which one I didn't want to do, and that was where I was losing time. I was like, which one do I not want to do? And then, like, you saw me go for slower missile packs than the one in Aqueduct or Precious Missiles. They would have been faster to grab than some of the ones I grabbed. Like, Tube Missiles was pretty slow. Power bombing out Old Mother Brain's pretty slow. So my item selection was kind of front loaded. I was really uncertain. Basically, like, I didn't have my counts, especially for which 60 missiles I wanted to grab.
Yeah, I really thought you were just avoiding door transitions, which I think is pretty smart. I think sometimes you realize when you're doing missile collection that you kind of do some overkill. There's so many missiles on the way everywhere you go.
Yeah. So I kind of front loaded the missile collection a little bit, and grabbed some stuff sort of opportunistically with eyes on the fact that I was doing ammo croc, and I didn't want to have basically like infinite farm time and like an iffy croc fight. So I kind of made it cozier on myself than optimal.
Hey, not a bad decision.
Yeah,
Glacio
it was a cool
did.
board.
Yeah, it was not a bad board. Not a whole lot too trolly, and then yeah, like you said, a lot of the lines went pretty well together. It's your choice kind of thing.
Yeah, there was a lot of like fairly degenerate things you could do. I wasn't wild about the routing looking like I wanted to go all the way down to Varia and then do the upper Norfair loop. But then like there was a wide spread on the E-Tank tiles, especially the 8 and 7 ended up in some spots that looked pretty attractive. And then there was so much skip charge going on.
Yeah.
There was like one of waiver charge and then double skip charge.
Yep.
And all the E-Tanks, I was like, well, I'm going to want speed for that. And so I ended up committing really early to skipping charge because the solutions to the card that involved getting charge all looked bad to me. And I couldn't find the attractive one. It seemed like Glaucio did find an attractive solution to the card that didn't involve skipping charge. So GG to him. I couldn't think about it that well.
Yeah, definitely. That skip charge, I feel like that definitely gave you an edge. But yeah, he did find. I think he was going to do the diagonal and the bottom row, or well, maybe top and bottom row. I don't know. He's got a lot of tiles filled now, but yeah, that skip charge may have been the difference actually, and as far as how to solve this card in a little bit faster fashion. So I wasn't sure about it when you did it, but yeah, I think it really worked out.
It just opened up so many different options on the card. You really just didn't constrain your choices if you're able to skip charge. And it's not like you need to kill Ridley for basically any of the things. I mean, there was the Plasma or Ridley and Finish in Metal Pirates. If you wanted to like go down to Lower Norfair and try and get around doing Wrecked Ship, but the problem was that Finish in Metal Pirates intersected with Batuan and Full Explore Wrecked Ship, and so like that ruled it out kind of right away. And so I was looking at things that like dodged that space, and so I was committed to going to Meridia, but I was also committed to getting Speed Booster, and so I just kind of did like an old route run with some random like hundo item collection in there, and there weren't a lot of skip things other than Charge Beam. So that was actually really convenient. It wasn't like pick your favorite suit or any of those things. So it was convenient in that way. A lot of times you'll end up with to collect only one of the two suits or something like that, but this one didn't give you that. And so it kind of there wasn't like the skip high jump boots or skip speed booster stuff hanging out. You almost always end up with that trash somewhere on a bingo card, and none of it hit this card. And so I was like, okay, I just want my movement items. I'll go get Grapple Beam and figure it out from there. And so I ended up with like a fairly degenerate quad bingo where it wasn't clear which one I was going to end up doing because the two bad squares were in two of the four rows. In the sense of the 60 missiles and 20 supers being column 1 and top left bottom right, and then the plasma beam being column 1 and row 5. And I had to do at least one of each of those. And so I couldn't dodge either of those tiles, and so it was just kind of like, well, what do I do around this?
Well, we are getting kicked off a little bit here, but
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, I'll get out of the way.
No, I'd love to talk bingo all day. I love bingo, but yeah, they do have a race coming up. But yeah, we do have to go. Another bingo to follow. Okay.
Oh heck yes.
Stuff versus cross product. Is that on this channel or a different channel?
I don't know, but
I have the thing up. Oh, it is this channel. Oh, so it's just them waiting. Why do we?
Oh, they can wait. Cross made us all wait. Cross made us wait 4 hours for Asger's mitts the other day. We can,
Yeah.
he can wait for his darn
And my
bingo.
lamp.
But yeah,
Sorry, I thought it was a different organization's right.
No. Good luck to those folks. I actually am going to commentate in SMZ3 in like 30-ish minutes, so I would like a little bit of a break anyway. But wanted to say big thanks to Polar Bear Bunny and Sire for the commentary. Big thanks to Gala for the tracking. Appreciate y'all crewing this in a bunch of races. Polar Bear Bunny, sorry about the RBO the other week. I'm glad I was able to make it up to you. And big GG to Glausio on the race. Sorry I forced him to do either low ice or triple bingo. That was kind of the thing. I think he really wanted to do any percent this week, so I felt a little bad. But I really didn't want to do any percent at all this tournament, and so I told him absolutely not. I'm sticking to my guns and avoiding it.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. I was going to mention that you refused to do any percent at all.
Yeah, tournament was a lot of fun. Looking forward to seeing the playoffs. Unfortunately, I'm gonna miss here at 3-3, but had a lot of fun and really excited to see the rest of the matches. Now I just get to kind of chill and join the commentary bracket.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Do you have a pick for tournament winner yourself?
I do.
Who is it?
Polar Bear Bunny.
It always
That's
should be.
not a question I'm willing to answer.
Okay.
Keeping it a secret.
All right.
Yeah, take it easy. Have a great night, and I'll let y'all shut it down.
You too.
Bye, Maniacal. GG. Alrighty, so we'll close this one out, and then we have another triple bingo coming up right after Cross Product versus Stump. So hope to see you there. I'll give Sire the last word.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it was always fun to join you on this. Yeah, it was a great race. We'll hopefully be looking forward to this next one. Stick around, folks.